Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Hello, hello, hello again. Blessed we are to be getting together to share in our energy traffic report. And, well, let's dive into our energy traffic report, grabbing our galactic calendar. What is the energy for today? In this calendar, it tells us about the energy that's going on in the world, flowing, changing every day. Just like every day changes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the energy changes. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday comes around cyclically like this. Well, these energies come around cyclically like this. And so this, we can call it a calendar of energy. I like to refer to it as a time cyclical decoding device, right? Because this decodes the cycles of time. And which brings our life into harmony with those cycles. So, in our galactic calendar, we're in the 8th moon, the galactic moon of integrity, and we are in the 2nd week of this galactic moon, this purifying week here. And actually, we are coming to the end of a 5-day kind of a lull in the energy. We went through 10 galactic activation portal days 5 days ago. Now we're getting a 5-day break from that intense energy. Then tomorrow we'll be entering the sacred mystic column, where that energy is going to pick back up again. And if your life's in balance, well, it's going to be great. If life's not in balance, well, it'll be a little challenging. But it's that sacred mystic column that we have the opportunity to really have an effect on changing our life. We're not going to get into all that today. Get a hold of me if you want to find out about how all that works, or join in with us on our some of our gatherings where we talk about that kind of stuff. You know, like Sunday around noontime when we get together and have our divine discussions, we can talk about that kind of stuff. But, well, we want to look at what's going on energetically speaking today. Well, we see here today that we have a special symbol here. This symbol is indicating a 65-day season, right? So let's read in the back of our calendar where it talks to us about this 65-day season. We notice that it is a little yellow circle there. So we're going to the back of our calendar where all the information is describing what we find in the calendar is all back here. So we see this is a 65-day season. And, well, it's a galactic season, right? An energy season. Within the sacred 260-day galactic matrix that we call the Zolkin, right, that Zolkin energy wave that we're surfing, there are 4 65-day galactic seasons that activate the powers of the 4 evolutionary guardians and represent the reoccurring ascending progression through the intellectual primal self, Serpent Chikchan, to the emotional mammalian self, White Dog Ak, to the mental planetary mind self, Blue Eagle Men, to this season, the enlightened season, the solar self season, the solar self sun, right? That's AHAU, right, is that one. And so this, we see it is that yellow little circle there indicating that this is a beginning of that yellow southern sun season of enlightenment, right? So these are 65-day energy seasons, a season of energy that's flowing. These are about flowing energies. So It's yellow season, right? That's a flowering, ripening, coming to fruition, coming to full enlightenment kind of season. Okay, so next we want to see what is our tone and frequency for today. Well, our tone is the 3 dots today. We say AHAU, right? The 3rd galactic tone. It is the electric tone of service. The electric tone of service today, AHAU, is coming together with AHAU, yellow sun, AHAU. So we say yellow electric sun today. And now that we know the tone and the frequency, let's open to the back of our calendar where we're going to read about what is the tone, what is the frequency about, and then blend those 2 ideas together. We find AHAU on page 5, where we see that AHAU has 3 keywords: activate, bond, and service, right? It's the electric tone of service, right? And we are activating and bonding our service, right? And we see these 3 dots. Well, that might get us thinking in the line of the Trinity, right? Some maybe spiritual service, right? Our quote to help us understand AHAU, the electric tone of service: service is love made visible. Service is love made visible. Right? When you do something for someone, it's an act of love. It's a loving thing. Tone AHAU represents the sacred Trinity in all its manifestations. The energy of AHAU moves us beyond polarity, ushering in the electrifying current of activation. Instead of the give and take of tu or ka, yesterday's energy, right, about duality, we access the dynamic exchange which AHAU makes possible. Energy is now capable of bonding, allowing for an expanded dimension of structure and creational possibilities to emerge. This new dimension awakens creative currents. It inspires circulation, vulnerability, and fresh potential for alignments. An activated being is alive with their sense of mission, setting their truths into motion, accepting the opportunity to be of service. We bridge energetically with other beings in the light of collective goals. On a large or small scale, offering oneself in service, which is a willingness to jump in when needed and assist the surrounding circumstances. This is a simple yet highly spiritual act. Acting on behalf of others as well as the biosphere and future generations, we access the virtue of selflessness. The greatest acts of service are in recognition that those we are helping are in no way separate from ourselves, that in some way we are merely one aspect of creation, helping and serving another aspect of creation. In active service to life, the path of Dharma fills our lives with meaningful work, which may or may not ever have rewards outside of the tasks themselves. In other words, we might be so anxious to get some reward at the end when really there might not be an end, and there might just be endless steps along the way that we're supposed to be enjoying. So may we rise to meet the blessings of participating in this great work of endless love. Right? That's AHAU. AHAU, the electric tone of service. So now we know one half of our galactic signature. Let's turn a few pages here to the last archetypical glyph. Yellow sun, AHAU. We find it on page 13. 3 key words. Enlightens, universal fire, and life. That's what AHAU is about. Enlightenment. It's about our universal fire and life. Yellow sun, right? The sun gives us life. And our quote, one day the sun admitted, I am just a shadow. I wish I could show you the infinite incandescence that casts my brilliant image. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Right? The sun says, I am dull. You are bright, much brighter than the sun. Yellow sun, AHAU, provokes us to honor the solar life force that sustains our planetary whole. As our local star, the sun is the lens through which we receive radiant emanations of energy information transmitted from the center of the galaxy, AHAU. Let us receive the majesty of this universal fire, that it may ignite and enlighten our inner sun, our internal source of divine light. May we awaken to the precious reality of what we really are, which is sparks of the same great fire of life which illuminates eternity. That's what you are. That's what we are here. Yellow sun, AHAU, signifies both 0 and 20, representing the union of formless potential and the formed wholeness, nothingness and totality. 0 is empty, so that it may hold everything. When we hold to nothing, no prides, no fears, we consciously merge with life's totality. By releasing all the layers of personal identification and conditioning, we can rest in the sacred emptiness of our essence, which is pure life. Foregoing the attainment of concepts of enlightenment, we can discover our true nature is already enlightened. Let us release the striving for betterment and accept the awesome actuality that already is. Allow the universal fire to burn away doubt and debate. All questions are answered by the searing truth of that which we have always been, which is the 0, formless consciousness and wholeness at the same time. And our quote, to wrap up this yellow sun energy, to let the self be awakened by all things is enlightenment. Right? Everything is our teacher, teaching us something. And so real enlightenment comes from being open and accepting of all possibilities. So that's yellow sun AHAU. Now we've seen both of the parts of our galactic signature for today, the tone and the solar frequency, or the solar tribe. Can be called a couple of different things. There's a few different names for it. And so then we're going to blend these two energies together in our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbook, where we're on page 120. So let's open our workbooks up to page 120, where we see that today's galactic signature is Kin 120, 120 days in on this 260-day energy wave that we call the Zolkin. And we were talking earlier, right? We're actually starting a season, a new energy season as well. 65-day flowering, blooming, blossoming season. So we say yellow electric sun today. Yellow sun AHAU is coming together with Osh, the electric tone of service. So we say Osh AHAU today. Osh AHAU. After stabilization of the lunar tone of challenge comes the activation of the electric tone of service. Yellow electric sun Osh AHAU guides and teaches us to directly experience the superluminosity of our own essential being, our real self, in order to activate our spiritual service. Yellow electric sun Osh AHAU is a catalyzing energy that activates and ignites the energetic force of rhythmic movement, initiating and inspiring our spiritual service. Spiritual service is the living expression of the unique gifts and our inherent abilities that we have to offer and extend to our planetary family at large. The keys to activating our spiritual service is unlimited gratitude and unconditional surrender to the endless flow of life's natural rhythms. Yellow electric sun Osh AHAU reminds us that the energetic strength to activate our spiritual service is exponentially multiplied by bonding with other like-minded brothers and sisters. And our passion for life illuminates the way. Yellow electric sun Osh AHAU encourages us to respect, honor, and commune with our solar jewel, our great Father Sun. As we awaken and humble ourselves to the wondrous majesty of the dream of this existence and reciprocate love and gratitude for all that is provided for us, we access unlimited natural knowledge that helps us align and steer our own growth and expansion process. As we strengthen ourselves, we have more creative metaphysical fire to offer and extend to our companions of destiny. The ones traveling with us life after life like this, so everyone around you basically. As we cohere ourselves with others of like-mindedness, we allow a much greater force of rhythmic movement to flow through us. As we awaken through cleansing and refining our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual centers, we naturally free ourselves of disserving, stagnant energy vibrations, which allows us to open and feel the harmonic rhythms of the collective experience converging in all hearts and minds. Then we realize that ultimately unconditional love is always our best and highest choice. Isn't it though? Right? We don't always choose the highest choice, but we do know in our hearts that, well, that unconditional love, not conditional love, right? That's our ultimate choice, our best choice every time. So that is yellow electric sun Osh AHAU. Today's galactic signature. And, well, now we're ready to color and draw. We can draw AHAU, pretty simple glyph to draw. We make our square shape. We make the ooh for the mouth, right? Oh, now I get it. We draw these lines up. And then we have two eyes wide open saying, aha, now I understand. And we color it yellow. 3 dots today, they're going to be white, so we don't need to color those. It's a purifying, white, purifying energy wave spell. 13 days wave spell. Next, we're going to fill in our blanks down here at the bottom of our workbook page. First one is the kin or day number. Out of this 260 days, we're 120 days in, so 120 goes there. Next is the galactic signature in English. It's yellow electric sun. Yellow electric sun, as we've been saying. Next is the Mayan way of saying today's galactic signature. We say the tone first, then we say the solar frequency. So it's AHAU, as we said earlier, AHAU. We want to write it in, though, because that's going to help us remember it a lot better if we write it down every day like this. Next is the color and direction. Well, yellow sun, right? So the color is yellow. The direction associated with yellow is south. And yellow south ripens, flowers, or brings to fruition. We want to write that in again so that we always remember that. Then we have these 3 circles at the bottom of our page here. The first one is the lunar phase. We want to write over top of this circle that the moon is waxing. It's getting brighter and brighter every day. And color in the moon, color in that circle the way the moon looks. Next circle is Galactic Activation Portal Day, not today. And then Pocahontas Clear Day, not today. So that brings us to our affirmation for today, our unique energy affirmation just for today. We're watching for those 3 key words: bond, activate, and service, for the electric tone of service. And enlighten life and universal fire for AHAU, yellow sun, AHAU. So I'll read through it one time, and then we will read it together 3 times. Today I activate in order to enlighten bonding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the electric tone of service. And today I am guided by the power of flowering. So now let's do it together 3 times. Today I activate in order to enlighten bonding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the electric tone of service. Today I am guided by the power of flowering. Today I activate in order to enlighten bonding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the electric tone of service. Today I am guided by the power of flowering. Today I activate in order to enlighten bonding life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the electric tone of service. Today I am guided by the power of flowering. Namaste and Lakech, Jayom Guru. Thank you all so much for joining in with me again today. There's our energy traffic report for today. If you're following along in the workbook with us, there's a little part in here that says, what are your feelings and insights about today? Might want to make a little note in here that today is that 65-day galactic season, the yellow southern sun season of enlightenment. right? We can make some notes in here in our workbook. What's going on in our life, right? How was today? How were you at noticing the energies and in tuning with the energies? So that's our energy traffic report. I am praying that everyone is going to be getting out there today and having a wonderfully divine day. And if anybody wants to get a hold of me, get a hold of me anytime. Be glad to talk with you about more about this Mayan astrology wisdom stuff. So thank you all. God bless us all. Namaste and Lakach Jai Om Guru. Get on out there and have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye now.